Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So Michigan is coming off the bye week, and we got a game coming up. Back into it. So Michigan will play Northwestern. I believe it's at Michigan Stadium, 12 o'clock. And so Northwestern is 3-3. They're a well-coached team, regardless of their record. Pat Fitzgerald, he's a good coach, and whenever it's a good coach, I never take a team lightly. Never. No, not when they're well coached. So I'm going to run on some of their top players' stats, and then I'm going to get into it. So the quarterback is number 12, Ryan Helinski. He's 57% on the year, 645 yards, 3 TDs. Leading receiver is Stephon Robinson, 28 receptions, 424 yards, and 2 TDs. He's number 5. The running back is Evan Hall, number 26, 562 yards on the year, 5.9 yards a carry, which is pretty good, and 4 TDs. Now on defense, their leading tackler is number 28, linebacker Chris Burgeon. He's got 54 totals of tackles. So this right here, to me, this is the definition of a trap game. This is what people say trap game all the time, and I don't think they really understand it. This is a trap game. When you have a team that you're probably going to look past because you're supposed to beat them, and you're looking ahead to next week to the big game. So what happens is you take that team lightly. The team will take the upcoming opponent lightly, looking ahead to the big game, and then they end up losing. Trap game. You're looking ahead when you should be worried about your opponent that you're playing now. So with that being said, Michigan needs to come out, get ahead early. Don't give Northwestern any hope, any chance, anything like that, and get the lead. Get your starters out. Get your starters out of this game. We want to be healthy going into Michigan State. Now, Northwestern, some people say they're the worst team in the Big Ten. You could say that, maybe, but they just beat Rutgers 21. They just handle Rutgers pretty well. So when Big Ten play comes, there ain't many teams you can take lightly in the Big Ten because they have continuity of playing each other every year, or we know what we want to do. Big Ten style football, run the ball, play strong, hard-nosed defense. So once you get into Big Ten play, that's what's going to be every time you play a team, and they're going to know more about you than the out of conference teams will. So you can get beat overlooking somebody in the Big Ten in your conference. You can just get beat. So it's crucial that we come out. Now, Northwestern's defense isn't good. They give up like 200 yards passing, 200 rushing a game. That's not good. So with that being said, we want to come out, do what we do. Run the ball with Haskins, Blake, and then, play action off of it. And you probably want to get Cade going a little more. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out throwing it, trying to get Cade going a little more, because everybody knows we're going to try to come out and run the ball. We're going to run the ball. So I wouldn't be surprised if they came out trying to get Cade even more confident before Michigan State, and also just get them off kilter, because everybody knows we want to come out and run the ball. Now, with that, also with the passing game, and they did this against Nebraska, I would love to see us, that the 2-minute drill before the end of the half, we did a 2-minute drill. We ran a lot of 5 wide, and Blake was the 5th receiver. Blake Corum was the 5th receiver. I would love to see more of that. That needs to be not 2-minute drill. That just needs to be part of our offense that we use consistently, especially when we get into games. They'll say we get down or something, or the pass game isn't working. You need to do that, because Blake is a mismatch just because he's so quick. So you can dump a little pass to him, and he's gonna make somebody miss, and he's gonna eat up some yardage. You getting 5 and 7 and 10 yards real easily. So I think that needs to be that needs to start being a big part of the offense to me. Like getting that 5 wide and letting Blake get him to the ball however you can. And another thing I want to touch on real quick. We're in Big Ten play. Haskins has to be the bell cow. He runs too tough. He gets tough yardage. Like, this is strong man football right here. Big Ten play. So let Hassan get the tough yards. He's the bell cow. Now, Blake, we all know Blake is explosive, and I've said this before. Blake is explosive. You get Blake his touches on reverses in the pass game, on kick returns, handing it off, trying to get him to the edges. You get Blake his touches in different ways, where they both might end up with about 15 to 20 carries or maybe more, but he's getting his in a different way than Hassan is. You let Hassan get his yards in the run game strictly, but you let Blake get his on screens, reverses, some runs, of course. Give him about 10 carries in the run game, but you let him get carries in different types of ways, whether it's reverses in the passing game. You get him touches like that. So besides that, on defense, same thing. Want to hold them down early. They do some RPO stuff. Evan Hall runs the ball tough, but Michigan has one of the best run defenses with Chris Hinton, Jenkins, Mozzie Smith, of course, Aiden and Ojabo, and Josh Ross and those boys, Greenhill. All these dudes are playing well in the run game. So what we want to do, stop the run and let them pin their ears back. Now, they run some RPO stuff, and I wouldn't be surprised if they looked at the film and they want to try to get our linebackers in some one-on-one stuff, try to make them cover. So I wouldn't be surprised if you saw that too. But honestly, Northwestern, we should blow Northwestern out. But like I said, they're a well-coached team, and you never know in Big Ten play. We are undefeated, so we're going to get everybody best shot. Even if we weren't, we're Michigan, so everybody wants to beat us. Like, it's not just okay, we got Michigan on the schedule. They circling that M. They circling Michigan. So that's just what it is. We got to get out of here early, stop the run, get to the passer. I would like to see us run more zones. Like, I love zones, and especially in college, because a lot of these quarterbacks, they can't just pick apart a zone if they're not a seasoned quarterback. They can't just pick apart a zone. And then if you got a good pass rush, they'll try to do too much and they'll turn it over. They'll try to throw in the zones when it's not there. So I love to see a lot of zones, and especially with a pass with Aiden and Ojabo, I believe you can rush 4 on a lot of teams and get away with dropping 7 in the coverage. So that's just something I like to see. But getting into the Michigan State game, and I'm just gonna touch on this a little bit because we all getting antsy about that. In the Michigan State game, I'm really want to see how the pass rush does, because last year we couldn't get to them. And with that being said, when you can't get there and our corners are suspect, a good quarterback gonna throw it up. So I'm anxious. I'm anxious to see how because a lot of the times when we run man, we do blitz like a corner or something like that. We do run a lot of corner blitzes and stuff because our corners are weak. You can't let our corners. We can't put them in one-on-one situations for long and trust them. So you have to bring some type of pressure. But one thing about Mike Macdonald, he brings blitzes, the way he brings blitzes, they almost always get there. So that's just something. I ain't going to get into that too much because we got Northwestern, and I'm trying to stay on track and not get too ahead because we got to take care of business. You can't look ahead, especially not against a well-coached team. Pat Fitzgerald, I give him the utmost respect. And so with that being said, this is the game. Michigan needs to get up early. Get up early. Don't let them get any confidence and get the backups in. Get out of there. Get your starters out healthy and get it in. And one more thing, we're probably going to see JJ. Harbaugh, listening to Harbaugh, he said in past years, he didn't get the backup quarterbacks ready enough. And that's a fact because a lot of the times, whether it was Shea starting or whoever, he would leave the starters in. And that's on defense too. They used to leave the starters in way too long, like for no reason. Like we'd be up 25 and we'd have our starting corners and starting linebackers and stuff in there. Like, what are you doing? Get them dudes out of there and let the backups get some reps. It's important in college. This ain't the pros where you just keep your starters in there for up 30 and you pretty much leave everybody in there, you know what I'm saying, until the last two drives. This is college. You get them boys out of there and you let the backups come in and get some reps. Besides that, this is college. They deserve to get reps. They working hard, going to class, getting their grades right, doing everything that they're supposed to do. Let them boys get in there and shine. So I'm glad Harbaugh is starting to understand that this ain't the pros, because one thing about it, you're going to need these dudes. And the pros is different. Like if he ain't that good, he just ain't that good by that time. But college, these dudes need reps. You picked them, you chose them, get them ready to play. So don't be leaving these dudes in there trying to get great gaudy stats and stuff. So I'm glad he's seen the error in some of his ways, and it's all about getting better and trying to be a better coach, better man, all of that. So I'm glad he's doing that and letting these young dudes get in the game. 'Cause we've played a lot of players. Like some of these dudes, I don't even know who they are when I see them come in. I'm like, who is that? Because a lot of guys have changed numbers and stuff. I'm like, who is that? But it's all good because next year it's going to pay dividends when all these young players, when some of our big-time players are gone, these young dudes will already have had a lot of playing time. But I suspect to see JJ in – we're going to see JJ in when the game is still still trying to be won. We're going to see JJ. We're not going to just wait till the end to see JJ anymore. So I'm not sure if they're going to let him throw more when he gets in there or if they're just going to use him on the read and stuff like that, try to open up the run game with them. But I'm sure there's got to be more wrinkles for him because they say he's got the whole playbook. If Cade was to get hurt, he's got the whole playbook. So I'm sure they're building up to some trick plays for him when they're needed. But that's just what it is. We're going to be seeing both of them. Hopefully, Cade comes out strong. We're probably going to see the passing game first. I think they're going to try to pass first in this one because everybody's on top of our run. But we'll see. You know, you never know. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. It's getting close to that Michigan State game. We all getting nervous and we all getting hyped, everything. We getting the popcorn ready. I can't wait, but we still got to take care of business, get to 7-0, and, you know, hopefully we can take care of business. But we can't look past anybody, especially not in the Big Ten. That's just the way it is. You look past somebody, you'll be like Iowa. You've been unlooked, and before you know it, you done got destroyed. So that's all I got for this one, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.